From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Richardson will throw to start out here. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Richardson looking to throw this.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Now Richardson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
From back at their own 10-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Now Lance.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The Lance going to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
19 tight. Let's go. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer.
Throwing now is Lance.
Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
The Niners at 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Richardson back to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Richardson looking to throw.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
On play action, Lance.
Flush to his right.
That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Waste of time.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And Lance now to throw.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest?
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now it's Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards the pickup there.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Richardson to throw.
Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And Gay knocks this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Niners are able to add on to their first-half lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Richardson. That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Richardson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times we talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterwards. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, they're going to go with Boone. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here. Their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it.
The pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Lance to throw it. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On the carry, it's Boone. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go now.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Richardson working from the gun.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Sheds off the tackle. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 49 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Richardson rolling to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Again, it's Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go now.
Here Richardson yet again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Viking 18. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
From the shotgun, Richardson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad shot. Shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Right back to him on first down. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a play fake. Lance. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. This pass left side to Downs.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Richardson looking to throw. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Back to throw now on first down.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll go with Boone. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now Lance.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Now it's Richardson.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win.